What about Stormhill Shack? There's not much to talk about here. Who am I kidding? Stormhill Shack, aptly named, is a piece of architecture grafted onto a failed piece of architecture. Is that correct? With a little baby, don't touch me or my son ever again building next to it. Because this part clearly burned down. Or this part is clearly... Oh, shit! Oh, come on! That's not cool. I don't like that at all. Fuck me. Alright, hang on. Let me kill this thing. Yeah, the Stormhill Shack is great. Let's do another review of Stormhill Shack. Oh! I guess you have to come here at night. Anyway, you're lucky to have a shack in this game. A shack is definitely a sign of permanence and wealth here in this universe. But what's important to me is how this is a grafted project, right? So clearly this stone building has collapsed, as you can see here. It's what remains of its walls have been decimated and left for ruin. And so building anew and re-inhabiting this rock is a wooden structure that comes in, starts on the outside, so it's fitted to both the inside and the outside, which I like. The structure does reinforce, the wood structure reinforces the stone walls, which do need to be reinforced once they start breaking down. But it's funny that the building that's grafted into here appears to desire to take the shape of the building that once was, right? So this is a building that once was back here, and this is new stuff that's on top of it. Okay. But the corner of the new project is actually completing. It recompletes the cube of stone that used to be. Which is kind of a strange attitude if you think about it. It would be nice if the new grafted object took on a new type of form and shape, which one could maybe assume is exactly what the builders were thinking when they added the roof, because actually the roof has aggressively the roof is aggressively anti the cube. So the cube is here, but the roof actually, if we go to this elevation, oh man, we can see that the cubeness of it kind of dissipates, and it gets sort of set to the side. It looks like the building is wearing a kind of sideways hat, like it's Will Smith in The Fresh Prince. But this also is intriguing. There's two additional structures that break the threshold of the original cubed plan or square plan with a regular hat on top. And so that would all be fine and good, but we have to consider that there's a second building on the site, which looks as if it's done after. Now, there's a series of stepped platforms that actually lead up to this building, but there doesn't seem to be a door where they lead. So let's try to figure out what exactly this other building is supposed to be. What do you guys think this is? Storage? Grain? Is it supposed to be chickens? A building that looks windswept itself, with this very interesting, I guess, what do we want to call this? Shelf? This shelf, which helps the sort of cattywampus feeling of this building and its sort of windswept nature, which I think works beautifully with the site itself, right? Like, this is a very windy area. It's called Stormhill. The Warmaster shack is in Stormhill. And this "Don't talk to me or my son ever again" building must be storage or chickens. But what's weird is that there's no evident access. It's got these platforms, which I understand, but then that's as far as you go. Well, overall, I really like the Stormhill shack and how it reifies the environment around it as brutal and needing to be grafted onto and built anew as a means to survive. Yep, no door. No real windows either. There's just some like broken slats. I find it hilarious that you'd even bother building this kind of port front small thing. Oh, here. Wait, we can start to look at this a little bit structurally. Wait a second. Look at how there's a few awesome things going on here. This piece and this piece don't. This one has a column, but this one doesn't even touch this. So like this whole thing is just. This is just gonna rack down in a second. It's really wonderfully precarious. But yeah, this piece is floating on this. It's like this stuff. The funny thing is, in order for this building to show itself as precarious, it has to literally be impossible. So this is like quite literally impossible and impossible. But those impossible things just sort of whiz right by. Yeah, like this would fall, this would rack and fall. It would. Yeah. Pretty quick there. Same with this corner. Like, maybe don't sell me stuff. Maybe fix your shack here, Warmaster. I'm still uncomfortable about this. What is it exactly? Well, let's check out Stormhill Shack, because it looks like they're the exact same thing. Oh man. Copy, paste. Yeah, this shack is exactly the same, guys. Oh my god, I was missing that golden seed. Yeah, 100%. That's a little bothersome. Like, one might call it vernacular. Again, it helps solidify this idea of a windswept building based on the sort of the way that it's sort of not quite straight from top to bottom, which I dig. There is a... Yeah. But you know what's weird is that both of them have a fire right here. And while... Oh, look at that. Oh, that's nice. That's kind of nice. That is exactly how it would be. Weird. Look at this. Look at the support structure. It's more like a... It's not joists. It's like... Looks like 2x2 sticks. That would not... That would probably not be enough. Waffle slab. Waffle slab. Oh, it's a wooden waffle slab. Yeah. So, yeah, these slab pieces would definitely not be thick enough to hold a person, to be honest, or like, you know, a huge load. But what's also strange to me, guys, is that both of these buildings, we haven't talked about the open flame on the inside of what is a very precarious wooden structure. Like, that flame is absolutely gonna bust out of there and just set this whole thing ablaze. 100%. Stormhill and Warmaster Shack. Oh, the Stormhill one, interesting. The Stormhill one, the fire is much closer to the side, but even though the way the wind is here, you definitely could get that blown over and oh, look at that. I guess we just put it out. That would definitely blow over and set a fire. So the Warmaster is not a responsible fire builder. But this thing is way worse. This thing is like literally on the column, and its collision, it's yeah, has a collision with this wall. Very uncomfortable collision with this wall. So yeah, fireplaces need to be outside. That fire pit should be, or that, I guess, fire thing, I don't know what to call it, should be outside, or I guess it could be in the middle of this room. Oh, yeah, it could be in the middle of that room. Elegant coffered ceiling basement with exposed skylights and open floor concepts above. Wow. Did you just write like a Zillow or like a Craigslist ad for this rental unit? Guys, how much would you rent this for in LA? How much would this rent for in LA? In Silver Lake? I'm going like, well, like 1,700 a month, 2,000 a month. It is like a campsite. But yeah. It's not the quality of your apartment. Jesse, if this is the quality of your apartment, move to Ohio now, please.